RTTV is brought to you by Expressvpn. Protect your online privacy today at expressvpn.com/RTTV. Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Eric.
I'm Barbara.
And I'm Gus. I thought you were going to say something else, Barbara.
Oh, well, right before the podcast, Eric was saying that he has this new thing. And just so people know, right before the podcast, we can't see each other because it's the loading screen, but we can still hear each other as we're getting ready to go live. And Eric was doing this thing that he says is his new thing, which he goes, I don't know if you want to say it or if I should repeat it for you.
When someone starts talking to you and you don't know how to answer, you just go, I'm so small, I'm little. Don't ask me, I'm so little. I'm just so small. But then I told Barbara that I have a hand thing that goes with it, and I want to know if she knows what it is.
And so I was like, I bet you I could guess what the hand thing is, despite not being able to see it, but knowing Eric visually and what he does is his mannerisms, I'm going to try to guess it. Okay. I'm little. I'm small.
Oh, that's... that's way better.
Can I guess?
I might adopt that.
What were you doing?
Oh, man.
Okay, no, wait, can I guess?
Okay, yeah, Gus, you guess.
I think it's this. I'm little. I don't know anything.
Like a squirrel.
Like a squirrel?
You made me like a cartoon rat, which, I mean, tracks. But no, that's not.
Damn.
I mean, Gavin, would you have a hand signal for telling people that you're so small and little?
Yeah, maybe like one of these.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's like the Ross thing, right?
Oh, that's cool. That's like, it's like you're shrinking. See, what you have to do when you tell people that you're so small and you're so little, you have to turn a little bit, and then you go with your fingies. You go, I'm so small, I don't even know.
So Gus was
that was my second guess.
Yeah, because it has to be. It's with these fingers, and then you just kind of like, I'm little, I'm small all the time.
I want a cutout of you in that pose going like this.
Okay,
that says I'm little on a shirt. All right,
you're a weird guy, Eric.
Go full screen.
Cut that out.
Little.
Cut that out. Put it on a shirt.
I'm so small.
Coming to the Rooster Teeth store in time for holiday 2020.
I'm just in time because I'm little.
It's funny you say that thing about a squirrel. I was so bored in my house yesterday that I saw a squirrel in my backyard, and I just like sat by the window staring at it as it walked around. It had a pecan in its hands, and it was wandering around my backyard. Look, I guess it was trying to hide it somewhere. And I was playing a game where I was trying to guess where I thought the squirrel was going to hide the pecan. I probably stared at that squirrel for 15 minutes as it decided where to hide a pecan. And after it was done, I was like, what did I just do? Like it's come to this. I'm watching a squirrel hide a pecan for winter in my backyard. And then it got to like my grass, like my dog toilet. And I was like, oh, we can't hide it there. So I had to go out into the balcony and like yell at it for it to go away.
Wait, it's not allowed to hide it there?
No, because it's going to dig it up and fuck up the grass.
You've explained what you were doing as I was playing a game.
I was just watching that squirrel wander around my yard trying to hide a nut.
God,
we've come to. You might have lost it, bud. You might be out there.
It's pretty boring these days. I can't get another haircut. I mean, gotta wait a few more weeks for that. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I actually went to. I had to ship something out the other day. I went to the post office, and I had an interesting experience. I pulled up to the post office. I parked my car next to another car, and like I'm getting together like the shit I need to mail out. So I've got like this box and like label and tape and like a pen. And so I pull it all out of my car, and I start walking into the post office to tape it up and mail it out. And as I'm walking through the parking lot, the car that was parked next to me rolls down their window, and this old lady like starts yelling. She's like, excuse me. I'm like, what? And she goes, can you tell me, is there a line inside the post office? And I just like looked at her for like 5 seconds because I couldn't process what she was asking. And I looked down at all of the stuff in my hands, and I looked back up at her. I was like, I haven't gone in yet, so I don't know. And she's like, oh, okay, thanks anyway. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
Gus, you didn't use your future seeing abilities for her? You didn't bust those out?
I didn't use my X-ray vision to look through the brick wall at the to see whether or not there was a line inside.
How dare you?
I like that for 99% of the population, that's just a regular human encounter. But for Gus, it's like, What's going on?
Unacceptable.
Why would she?
Unacceptable.
What's this
It's
woman
not even
talking
like
about?
there was a window there. It was a solid brick wall I was standing in front of.
Maybe she thought you
And-
just picked up packages from there, even though that's not what you do. I don't know.
I was parked right next to her, but maybe she didn't see. I was walking towards the post office.
You should have just been like, hey, let me check. Hey, excuse me, woman. Is there a line inside?
Then I was inside, and like I said, I'm putting.
Was there a line?
There was actually no line, so she was okay. She came in a few seconds after me. She walked like straight up.
Oh, nice.
And then
And
there
did
was
you
another old
gesture?
woman who walked in after her, and so I'm in there. I'm taping up my box, and I hear this. I'm not too close to the counter, but this other old woman who walks in has a really loud voice, and I can hear her asking the postal employee. She's like, "I want to buy some stamps," and the postal employee says, "Oh, we're out of stamps." And in my head, I'm like packing my box up, like that's a weird thing to say. And the woman goes, "What do you mean you're out of stamps?" And the postal employee goes, "Sorry, we're just really short staffed. We don't have the manpower right now to process getting our new stamps in, so we don't have any for sale right now." And the old woman, I can hear she's like getting really mad. She like screams at him like, "You're in the stamp business. How can you not have stamps?" And in my mind, I'm like, well, technically they're in the package business, but whatever. I mean, it's a moot point, I guess. So I'm like, still packing my box up, and the woman like starts storming angrily out of the post office. And as she's walking by me, she like tries to get a rise out of me. She stops and turns and looks at me and goes, "Can you believe it? They said they don't have any stamps." I don't even look up at her. I'm just like taping my box. I go, "Yep. What are you gonna do?" And I just like putting my label on, and she just like walks out. I was like,
You should
I'm
have
not-
chased her out and
You're
asked her if there
missing-
was a line in the store.
Yeah, you're missing opportunities, man. I'll be frank with you, Gus. I think you're dropping the ball with some of these interactions.
You are.
I think that if this woman is trying to get a rise out of you over stamps, you gotta like gear her up. She's like, "Can you believe this?" And you're like, "I goddamn can't." And it's time to do something about it. And then you guys
Take
like
down
you
the
see where
system.
that goes because yeah,
Yeah.
who knows? She's not going to do anything about it. She just wants to be like mad. So you have
Think
to
of
help
the
her
podcast
to
stories you
elevate her.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I thought I already had a podcast story with this, but you're right. There could have been more. I should have yes-anded her. I should have been a collaborator in this experience.
I wonder how far that would have gone. I'm
Not
honestly
far.
blown away, even going back to the last story, how much squirrel content you're responsible for on this podcast, Gus. It's like, it's surprisingly high.
And then I didn't even. I just made another connection right now.
Oh my god.
So then yesterday in the afternoon, I had taken my dogs out into the backyard, and there's a fence in my backyard. How tall is it? That fence is taller than me. That fence is probably like 8 feet off the ground, maybe. And like I'm standing with my back to the fence, and I'm watching my dogs, and I hear something behind me, and I turn and I look, and at the top of the fence, there's a fucking squirrel there, and it's got like a peanut in its hands, and it's like barking at me. And I'm just like looking up at it. I'm like, does that squirrel want to fight me? And it's like making like a barking noise at me. I was like, what do I do?
Like a chicken?
No, they
I
do
don't
do
know,
that.
it's like a-
They go like,
What is happening?
Yeah, I was like, is it trying to give me the peanut, or is it trying to make sure I don't take the peanut? And like it wouldn't back down. Like it started like doing that thing where it was like coming closer at me, like it wanted to fight me. I was like, this squirrel might be rabid. So I just gathered my dogs up and went back inside.
There is nothing
You
funnier.
ran away from the squirrel.
I ran away.
There is nothing funnier than a squirrel tormenting Gus. I can't. I don't think that. I think that's peak. I think that's peak Rooster Teeth right there. I don't know if anything better's ever gonna happen.
do you guys? Just polling the rest of the room, I guess. Do you guys have this many interactions with a squirrel?
no.
I don't even
bird?
think I have this many interactions with Trevor.
yeah, I mean, I feel like of the last 50 interactions I've had with a squirrel, none of them have registered enough to be like a story. It's just like, oh, there's a squirrel.
I wonder if it was the same squirrel that I yelled at earlier. Like, I wonder if it was mad at me and it recognized me and it like came back.
Do you think it's a crow? Like, do you think it has like crow memory? That
Well,
it's just
why
like
else would-
remembering
why
your
else would
face
it
now?
be doing that? Has a squirrel ever done that to you? Have you ever yelled at a squirrel?
No, but I don't have like a third, a quarter, a fifth of like the amount of squirrel stories you have, Gus. So like, this is really something else, man.
What are you doing to attract these squirrels? What are you feeding them? What are you putting in your garden? Tell us the
They're always bringing
secrets.
peanuts around too. I don't know where the fuck they're getting peanuts from, but I would find like peanut shells in my yard. I'm like, where the fuck are squirrels finding so many peanuts? Like,
One of your
it's not like
neighbors
peanut.
must have a feeder out.
Maybe because it's not like peanuts grow in the wild out here, but like every day there's one. If I went outside right now, I guarantee you I could probably come back with a peanut shell.
Do they not? Can you not grow a peanut in Austin?
I don't know. I think of it as being like a southern thing, but not like a Texas thing, like a southeastern United States thing. Let me look it up.
Google
Where do peanuts? I like that.
Not-
Where do peanuts
not the
come from?
question.
Was the first.
Not the
article.
question. Can you grow a peanut in Austin is very
Oh, okay.
specific and will get us the answer that we need.
There's no
Yeah,
way
but-
anyone's asked that. Surely,
But
that doesn't
where-
come up on Google.
That's got to come
Where
up on
do
Google.
peanuts
People-
come from?
Growing
people
peanuts.
absolutely wonder that.
Growing peanuts on the Austin Urban Gardens website. Let's
We
see.
can grow peanuts.
They're showing
You
watermelons.
can grow peanuts
Oh,
for your squirrels.
There they are.
The website's
peanuts.
run by a squirrel.
This year, they attempted to grow peanuts as an experiment. So
They
apparently,
threw them all in your backyard.
apparently
Was
it's
that this
possible.
year?
It was in 2014.
Man,
Yeah, 2014.
they should have saved it for this year.
Why not,
Like
right?
20
Yeah, they
20
should have seen this
activity.
coming.
Why? So it's
Well, I
like
don't
to
know, I
have
feel
something
like-
to do?
Yeah, I'd just be like, all right, well, I want to know if a peanut can grow in Austin, but I don't want to like. I'll wait. I'll wait for the right moment to figure that out. You know, when everything's gone to hell. I feel like you're using
When?
up good time, good like unaltered time if you're growing peanuts just on a normal year.
But
I started
mean,
searching just now. If you could grow peanuts in Austin because Gus didn't give me an answer. He just told me a website.
I told
Yeah.
you you
So-
could. They did.
No, you said they tried to in 2014, and then I wasn't given an answer.
They
So
did.
I started Googling it. However, the autocorrect was much more interesting. Can you grow a mango tree in Texas?
Whoa.
Back on the
Can you?
mangoes.
Only in certain places.
I'm gonna say like way down in the valley.
There's a valley in Texas.
Oh yeah, like South Texas along the river. They refer to that as the valley, like south of Laredo, down to like Brownsville, close to the river, close to the Rio Grande. That's referred to as the valley.
Huh.
I had no idea that there was a valley. I just thought everything out here was just like
It's not
flat.
actually a valley. I don't know why they call it the valley.
I mean, like, I don't know. You can't win, I guess. What is... Yeah, it's not a valley. Tight,
It's like,
thank
it's
you.
like that big lake that we have going through Austin that's in no way a lake.
You mean the river?
Oh, the tiny
Yep,
river
that's
we
the
had
one.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. Isn't it called? Well, it's called Ladybird Lake, but don't people? Some people call it the something river.
Town Lake.
Or so just two versions of lake.
It used to be called Town Lake, and they renamed it Ladybird Lake like 10 years ago, I guess.
Gotcha.
Who named it Town Lake?
It's such
The
an
most
unimaginative
uninventive
name.
name. Yeah.
Hey, there's cities building.
No, it's like someone stood at the bank and they're like, "There's this river running through town. What should we call it? I don't know. How about Town Lake? That works for me."
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Naming stuff in Texas is a mess. There's West Texas and then there's West Texas.
Yes, whether or not there's
None
a
of this
comma.
makes sense.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a
Oh, there's a place
There's a-
so
called
there's West Texas, like yes, like the western part of Texas, but then when people go, "Oh yeah, West Texas," you don't know if they mean the place West, comma Texas, or West Texas like El Paso.
Which
I
one's
guess because
further
I don't
west?
think there's anything else out there.
The-
Probably
the-
West
The
Texas.
city of West Texas is north of here. It's between here and Dallas.
But
It's
is
not
it?
even
I
west.
hate it. This is
Correct.
miserable.
Is it northwest at least?
I hate this place.
No,
So you can live in West Texas,
you can live. I mean, sure, why not?
not
God, I
to
hate
be.
that.
I hate it. I hate it.
You
I
can
hate
also
this.
you
this
can also
state
live.
is a
You can also
mess.
live in West
I'm
Texas.
moving. I'm just-
That's true.
to West
Uh,
Texas.
Is there a central West Texas? Like there's like a middle,
Oh my
right?
God.
Yeah, that's like where like 35 runs through it. So it'd be like right along 35. You're in Central West Texas. But at one point, I'm
I
sure
hate
that
it.
was like the western part of Texas, and then like more of it got stolen from Mexico, and Texas continued to the west.
Guys, you
Yeah,
know,
it just
like,
like didn't stack very well with everything else.
This episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast is brought to you by Expressvpn. Now, I use the internet a lot. I think most everyone does for work, school, or recreation. But did you know that your search data isn't being hidden from your ISP, not even in incognito mode? Let me tell you something. Incognito mode does not hide your activity. It doesn't matter what mode you use or how many times you clear your browsing history. Your internet service provider can still see every single website you've ever visited. That's why even when at home, I never go online without using ExpressVPN. I use it because it's super fast, super easy to use, just one click on or off. I don't like that, ISPs can legally sell our information to ad companies, so I think it's a great idea to have a VPN. ExpressVPN also keeps all your information secure by encrypting 100% of your data with the most powerful encryption available. Most of the time, I don't even realize that I have it on. It just runs seamlessly in the background. It's super easy to use. You just tap one button and you're protected. ExpressVPN is also available on all your devices, phones, computers, even your smart TV, so there's no excuse to not be using it. Protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by CNET and Wired. Visit our exclusive link at expressvpn.com/rooster. You get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/rooster. expressvpn.com/rooster to learn more.
I gotta say, I don't really trust Gus. I don't really trust what he's saying right now. I just
What?
It's not
Oh, I see it.
I don't trust him. I
Gus
think
is
we
the
should vote
imposter.
him out.
Gus
I
is
agree.
sus.
Vote him out.
No, I swear I was at electrical in West Texas.
I don't think so.
No, you were. I saw that you were with Gavin, but now Gavin's dead. So
Eric, have you played Among Us?
I don't know what happened.
Have you played it yet, Eric?
No.
Oh, you just
Do you
vented.
not like, do you
I'm
not
sure-
like games?
No, I like games. I don't like multiplayer games, but this isn't like a multiplayer game. This is like a lying simulator.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would do well in that. And that sounds like fun, but
You do
also
really
like
well.
coordinating people is what I do for work. So when it's like, now we have to play a video game, let me coordinate all my friends. It's like, no, I'll just jump out a window and I'll just play a video game by myself.
Or you just get invited
So-
and then you just show up and it's fine
Yeah.
and it's easy.
If someone invites me, I'll download the game on my Apple iPhone telephone and play it on there and then get on Discord or whatever.
That is the name of it.
It was
Yeah,
we did a
it's-
stream of Among Us last week, and God, that was so much fun. I had so much fun playing in that stream that it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes long. I rewatched the entire thing over the weekend.
Wow, yeah. It was really fun.
It was.
We had
And
even Gavin joined us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came.
Ooh.
I squeezed it in between a Gmod and a face, and I came in. I got killed by Gus right in the open, which was bullshit. No one discovered him.
and then Chris, who was not an imposter, backed us up.
Yeah. Third imposter.
Yeah. it
I
was,
now understand what that means.
Yeah, it was. It's a good time. It's a lot of fun. I felt like I hadn't played that much before the stream, but as the stream went on, I really learned a lot more. And then like rewatching that stream, I was like, oh, I really wish I knew then what I know now. Like I felt like I would do so much better at it.
So tell me, what are like your Gus hacks? What are your Gus tips and tricks?
it's just
spelled
about-
with a Z and an X.
It's just about learning the layout of the map and being able to tell lies that make sense geographically with
Yeah.
where you are.
It's like,
Like one time
basically
early-
always having an excuse.
Right. Like early in the stream, Barbara and I were imposters, and I told a lie that inadvertently implicated Barbara as being an imposter. Like because I didn't know the map well enough. They're like, oh, well, if Gus is saying this and this is the case, then Barbara must be an imposter. I was like, oh fuck, I totally just fucked up.
And then I'm like, no, I'm terrible at lying too. Like, especially when someone discovers me, because I've played games before where I'm not very smart about it, where like I'll vent or I'll kill someone with someone else being able to see me, essentially, because I don't really look around as much as I should. And like we cut, everyone comes back on, and they're like, all right, well, I saw Barbara kill someone, and I'm not good at being like, I saw you kill someone. I'm always just like, yeah, you did. All right, thanks. That was fun, guys. Thanks
You
for
get
having me.
surprisingly
You just
far,
give
though.
it up? What?
Yeah, there was one moment in that stream where Chris reported a body, then he reported, and in the lobby he's like, everyone, I walked into the room and I saw Gus there standing over a dead body. And I just said, that's bullshit, Chris. I walked into the room and I saw you standing over the dead body.
Yeah,
And then
that's the
everyone
only
believed
thing you
me,
could do in
and
that
then they
situation.
ejected Chris like out of the game. It's like I just took what he said and just turned it right back around and said, no, it was you, not me.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
I had a really slightly scary moment last night with Among Us, but I was playing on Chilled Chaos' stream. Anthony, some of you guys know him, great guy, and we were playing, and we had decided that we were going to make a pact to be around each other and like even if one of us is the imposter and sees someone kill someone, they still wouldn't say. So it's essentially like a blood pact like that. And I had given Chilled my phone number like in a Twitter DM a while ago so that he could like text me if he ever needed someone to play. And while we were playing, I get a call from a number I don't recognize, so I don't pick up. And then I get a text from the same number that says, "If you're evil, I'll cover." And I'm like,
what the
that
fuck?
who the
That's
fuck
awesome.
got my number? This is creepy as fuck. And I'm like still trying to play the game, even though I'm anxious about like someone potentially getting my number, texting me, and I'm like, yeah, that's really fun. And Anthony, and then after was like, yeah, I even texted you to say like if you're evil, like you could kill someone, that's fine. And I'm like, oh, that was you. Fuck, dude, you scared the shit out of me.
That's great.
It was awful, but very funny at the same time.
Such a good game. It's like, I don't know. It's so simple, and like it's such a simple premise, and it's so easy to like jump into. It's just a matter of learning where things are. And then I think once you start learning where that is and how like the mini games and the tasks work, then you're set.
I have found
you
that
become an expert.
the more you play with the same people, the more sweaty it becomes. Like people start timing you when you're like downloading or pretending to download, and people just end up with like a photographic memory of what they did and what everyone else does. Sometimes in the middle of a discussion, someone will be like, "Hey, Gavin, what were you doing?" And I'll be like, "Well, it was less than 60 seconds ago, and I have no idea. I can't even remember. Where did I go?" And then I look sus and I get chucked out. I'm like, "Oh, I've just really got to start like mentally writing down every single step I'm taking."
Yeah, the worst is when like someone calls it and they're like, "Who did you see?" Like, yeah, someone passed me, but I don't remember who it was. Like, you got to constantly be trying to remember that for a bit. Like, I know that happened to me where it's like, "Oh, I saw the person. I saw someone walk into that room, but I don't know who it was. I have no idea."
Yeah, I was like, it could have been green, it could have been yellow. For all I fucking know, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lost. There was one time where I was looking at the cameras, like security cameras, and I was like watching all the screens, seeing if I could find anybody. And then like I think I got something in my eye and just rubbed my eyeball for a second, and I opened it back up, and there was a dead body lying like dead center in one of the cameras. And I was like, well, hey guys, someone's dead, but I have no idea who killed him, even though I'm on cameras right now. She's like, you had one job. You had one job with that.
That's so suspicious.
So much fun. I love that game.
Great game.
We're going to be playing it again tomorrow on our stream. Yeah.
Oh, man. God, I look forward to that. That time just flies. Like when you're playing that game, it's like a 3-hour stream, but it passes like nothing.
Yeah, I think Chill Chaos and his friends were playing for like 7 hours yesterday.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
It goes by so fast.
That's still
so
a really long time.
It is. Yeah.
That's so much of a video game. That's awful. That's crazy.
Eric, jump in.
I don't like 7 hours is like, I know for like streamers and stuff, you got to like go longer. But like, man, if I play like a video game for more than like an hour and a half and I'm not tired of it, that must be some like a hell of a game. Because I just go like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Is there anything that you can do for more than an hour and a half and you don't get bored of it?
Let me tell you, I can sit there and just like stare at my phone. That's probably the only activity that I can do that for that long. I can't even like.
But I feel like that's
sort of go like
lots of different things. Like you're not.
That's true. That's true.
You could be doing work. You could be watching a video. You could be lost in a TikTok spiral.
I've done that before.
I don't have TikTok. I'm an Instagram Reels guy. You know, that's just like my. You know, you gotta plant your flag. I'm here for the original Instagram Reels. I think what they're doing is real groundbreaking stuff. Great job, Instagram. Thank you so much for your content.
I had a tweet that was very not popular a couple months ago, maybe a month and a half ago. I think I just tweeted something dumb like my favorite TikToks are Reels, and it got like no traction.
No,
like nobody liked it.
I'm gonna go back and retweet it.
I was like,
that's funny.
I was like, I thought this was a good tweet. Nobody liked it.
That's really good.
That's like the equivalent of when you're playing Cards Against Humanity and you think you have such a good card that everyone is gonna fucking die laughing at, and then you play it and the person's reading it and they're like, it's okay. And you're like,
Yeah.
Just
I
die a
tried
little
on that one.
inside.
Yeah, I think you just described most of my Twitter, which is just like, this is cracking me up. And then everyone goes, the fuck is this garbage?
Yeah, but you don't care, Eric. You don't care.
No, I don't give a shit. No.
I
Of course
sent
not.
Eric a video on YouTube last week that I thought about tweeting, but I ended up not tweeting it. It was what was that video? It was why how the Sopranos ruined the ending of that series. Why didn't Blade show up and kill Tony Soprano like he was a vampire? It was
like using the serum that he uses in Blade 2 to kill all the vampires. How come nobody showed up and killed Tony Soprano with the vampire serum, and so he would die like a giant balloon in Blade 2? Great question. Excellent. David Chase, you have a lot to answer for.
It was like a 3-minute long video that you're like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. And then you watch it, you're like, all right, that was pretty funny. That was actually a really good video.
Yeah. The joke is thin, but just the right amount of thin where you go, how do you keep this going for another 2.5 minutes? But boy, does he do it.
What do people still hate the ending of The Sopranos to this day?
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't know if that's ever
I think
gonna
people
change.
I think it's just I think it's like an easy pop culture touchstone to be like, and I'm mad about it. But
Is
Is it just because it's unclear? Like you
Yeah.
kind of have to figure out the ending or like imagine the ending yourself.
I think so.
Mhm.
People want their hand
I think most
held.
people are dumb. So what happens is they go, I don't know if I like that, and then they have to tell you about it. But mostly you don't care what they have to say. So they're telling you and you just have to go, yeah, it's crazy, huh? That's nuts. Anyway.
I think
so.
Yeah, people.
What's
I think
up?
what people wanted to see, like they wanted to see like a big war between New Jersey and New York, and have that play out, and have it be like this huge thing. But like that's not what the show was about. I mean, there was definitely always conflict
At all.
right? But it wasn't.
Mhm.
It wasn't ever going to get to that point.
No.
But,
Everybody dies like that.
right.
That's how the whole show goes. People just disappear or die, or like it's all unceremonious. It's perfect.
So is that what
It's
you
great.
think happened? Someone just shot him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What? Do you think there's something else?
No, I mean I've never seen The Sopranos.
Stop.
I've
And
only
that's it?
I've only seen the end because it was so controversial.
Do you
So
think that they were still in a dream and Inception at the end of it?
Wow.
Whoa, the thing it didn't stop spinning, but then it cut away. It could have stopped spinning, and it could have still been a dream.
That to me was never the. I wasn't like overwhelmed by that ending because that's not his totem. It doesn't actually tell you anything whether it does that or not.
Isn't it his?
No,
No,
that
it's
was
his
Mal's
wife's.
totem, and he he took it from her.
Right.
Yep.
What was his then? A wedding ring or something?
I don't think his is ever. I think it's like it's in the movie, but you're never explicitly told what it is.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think early
the
on he says
ending-
he starts using the top because it was Mal's totem, but yeah, he never explicitly says it's his. He just says that he just carries it around.
Gotcha. My
This
bad.
is like, we're talking about Inception, a movie that came out 10 years ago. So whatever, this isn't
Spoilers.
This is like some film school bullshit, whatever. But like the end where the top is spinning and I watched it and then it hard cuts. My feeling wasn't like, oh wow, what an ending. It was they used the most amount of that footage that they could before that thing starts wobbling in real life. And they did like 4 or 5 takes where it like they went, that was the good one. That top spun for so long. Use that take and cut it right before it falls over.
I'll be honest. I just
Like-
assumed it was CG. Like I
did-
know Nolan loves practical stuff, but I feel like that is exactly the kind of thing he would CG because it's so easy and
agree.
small.
Yeah.
What? Why? Why would that be the thing that he CGs, but he'll fly like a
Because-
jumbo jet into like
Because
a
Okay,
barn?
one will look like shit if you try to recreate
Yeah.
it, making it look real. The other is so small and whatever, it's almost
Yeah,
like
it'll look
nothing.
It
good
filled
enough,
the screen. It
and-
was IMAX.
It'll look good enough, and he can make it do exactly what they want. Spin is exactly as many frames they want it to. Put just the right amount, a little bit of wobble at the end. Like you can nail it perfectly. It'll be imperceptible from the actual thing.
But what I'm saying is, I don't watch that and I go, he did the exact right number of frames that he wanted. I'm saying some guy spun that top. They did 4 or 5 takes and they went, that was the longest one. That's perfect.
But
Use
the
that.
reason I
Like-
say it's probably CG, or I assumed it was CG, is because I'm so slumped down. It's because I assume like. I don't know how much he was shooting on IMAX back then, but like he's a film guy. He's always been a film guy. So he's like blowing tons of film are you really gonna stand there and have like this elaborate shot where stuff's happening
Yep.
and then he walks away? Are you
Right.
really gonna hand spin that, or would there be like a magnet underneath that to make it reliable, or CG? I feel
Nope.
like just saw Barbara's thing.
Listen, guys, I have a case. Sorry.
But yeah, I did remember. I remember when I first watched that movie, I was like, oh, it almost went at the end, and I was like, oh, that was so cool. But then I, after 10 years of thinking about it, I'm like, I would have CG'd that if I was trying to do that shot. A super easy thing to
You
get
just
away with.
Spin the top. The spinning the top is even easier.
Yeah, but imagine if he just flubbed it and it like flew off the table. It's like,
Then you do it again.
Yeah, then you got to hire.
You do it another time.
You got to hire a professional top twirler. Who knows how much that costs? Getting him to fly in.
I think that they were on set. Here's what happened. I'll tell you right now what happened on Christopher Nolan's set. I think
Okay.
Christopher Nolan was like, all right, guys, we got to spin this top. And he did it. And it got kind of fucked up and everyone laughed. They're like, oh, it's breaking tension on the set. What fun. And then everybody got a turn spinning the top. And then we don't know whose footage they ended up using. Maybe it was Aradondre. What was her name in the movie? Aradondre?
No
Eric Andre?
idea.
What was her name?
I
Aradondre?
I think it was Eric Andre.
Oh, yeah.
I think that sounds right.
What was her name?
The Greek god Eric Andre? What?
Ariadne?
I don't remember.
I think it was Ariadne.
I'm in the.
I also love
See,
this, like,
you guys don't even know.
this picture you're painting is like a bunch of kids on like the first night of
Yeah.
Hanukkah with like the dreidel, and they're just like, oh, who's gonna get it this time? And it's just this is
Yeah.
the exact equivalent that I'm picturing in my head right now.
He's just burning IMAX film, going like, "Who wants a turn?"
It's just all his nieces and
I think it's a
nephews
great
come in.
idea. Yeah, everybody gets a turn spinning the top that Leonardo DiCaprio might die or he's in a dream. I don't remember what it
But
was. It was
didn't
something
he
like that.
spin it himself? Isn't
Yeah.
he in that shot?
He spins it.
Yeah,
No,
then he
no,
walks,
it's like
he like leaves
he
to
walks
go
away,
with
doesn't
his
he?
kids, but you don't see him because the shot pushes in on the top.
Are you watching it right now?
right.
No, I'm trying to. No, I wasn't, but I'll see if I can find. My computer locked up. I tried to open a folder on my fucking desktop, and my computer locked up.
Don't do that, Gus. Gus,
What?
we're in the middle of the podcast. Don't open
Yeah.
a folder, you fool.
Yeah, why would I do that?
Inception.
I'm pretty sure
This
he
is
spun
cool.
it
That
and
movie
walked
came
away.
out 10 years ago. You guys like that? Check out HBO Max.
I've
HBO
told this
Max,
story.
I just assume.
I've told this story on the podcast before, but I went when I saw that movie in the theater. Remember going to theaters? When I saw that movie in the theater, someone fell asleep during the screening where I was watching it, and he started talking in his sleep during the movie.
What was he talking
Oh,
about?
he was being incepted!
Right? I was like, how fucking perfect.
Oh, it's not even spun in that shot. It's not even spun on camera. It's already
Oh,
spinning.
interesting.
Oh, so Eric's right.
I wonder if everyone got a turn. So I wonder if everyone got
Yeah,
a
see,
turn
look,
spinning the top and having fun.
It's already cooking.
Eric, I'm on
see?
your side.
It's already there.
You can't show that! Take
I
it
showed
off!
it. I showed it.
Eric,
It-
Eric,
No, you
you're
can't
not a,
show
you're not
that.
a producer.
Why would you?
You're on camera this time.
I still
It's
have
all
to.
right.
No, I still have to produce. Trust me, I've done a bunch of stuff where I'm talent. They go, "Hey, so I have a question about this," and I'm like, "I'm not the producer," and it doesn't matter. It does not seem to matter. Barbara, if you say I'm the imposter, no, not the imposter.
I'm voting Eric.
Hey, no.
This episode of Receive Podcast is brought to you by MeUndies. MeUndies believes that comfort is about more than just what's touching your skin. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin. Keyword, your. Not someone else's. This isn't a Michael Myers movie, but it is almost Halloween, which means you can now match your undies to the spookiest season of all time. MeUndies just launched 3 new Halloween prints, so whether you're into cats, blood, or skeletons, they got something right up your haunted alley. I only wear MeUndies, talk about it all the time. I think they're the best. And with MeUndies membership, they show up at your door every month. That means you don't have to go anywhere to get new pairs. And they got great seasonal prints. I just talked about a couple of them. MeUndies also grows on trees. Seriously, they're made from irresistibly soft natural fibers sourced from beechwood trees. And you know what natural fibers means? That's their micromodal is not only super soft, but breathable, light, and possibly cozy. That's some serious comfort. Everything MeUndies does to help you truly feel comfortable from head to toe, outside to in. So to get your 15% off your first order, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/roosterteeth. That's MeUndies.com/roosterteeth for 15% off your first order, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Guys, quick question.
Yeah.
Just real fast. Gus says theater. This has been pointed out. Everyone knows that.
No.
That is the word he uses. It's fine. I understand. Is that is that indicative of like Texas, like where he grew up? Or is
how do you say it?
What is that?
Theater.
Theater.
You know, like a normal person.
I think that's indicative of Gus being Gus. I don't think it has anything to do with where he grew up.
I think it's
I don't think I can say it the way you said it. How do you say it?
Theater.
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 You're even giving too much A in there. It's just theater.
Theater.
Is it the same thing like
theater.
how some people pronounce miniature like miniature?
Miniature?
Yeah.
Theater.
Mm-hmm.
How do you
I
say
say
miniature?
Well,
Do you?
It sounds dirty.
Miniature.
Theater. Ugh, I hate
Theater.
it.
Yeah, theater.
Theater.
Do I sound like I'm from California?
Yeah.
Is that a trick question?
Do I sound like I'm from California, bro?
I don't. Drew made fun of me because when I say tacos, it's like it's like, he's like, oh yeah, you're like from Southern California. It's like, oh, I didn't know I sounded that way.
Dude, look at your room.
Do I?
Look at your room.
What do you mean? What's up with my room?
It's
My
the
cool
most
room.
California
Look at my friendship
looking
flag.
He took the California flag down at least.
Yeah. That helps.
Nope,
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Why is it a
Wow.
republic?
Why has it got a bear?
I don't know.
It's
Why-
your
why-
fucking flag.
republic.
Why doesn't the bear have two heads?
cool?
That's what I want to know.
That's a different thing. That's
Wait, where's the second bear? Second head. Where's the second bear?
California
Is
Republic.
everyone okay? What
California
happened?
Republic is an unrecognized breakaway state, by the way.
Break away from.
It was an unrecognized breakaway state from Mexico back in 1846.
Friendship.
Friendship flag.
Friendship flag.
Eagle.
So
whatever. What's on it?
When I was at the post office the other day, I'm going to go back for a second. I forgot to mention this. When I was at the post office shipping something out the other day, it's because I had sold something on eBay and I was going to go ship it, and it had been years since I used eBay, and like just to emphasize how long it had been, when I went to print out the label to ship the thing, it had Jeff's old address on it. I haven't lived at that house with Jeff since 2004.
Yeah.
That was the last time you used
Jesus.
eBay?
That was the last time I had used eBay to sell
And
something,
it's still
I guess.
the same site, right? Like nothing has changed.
And the site
It's-
looks exactly the same. The site has not changed in 20
It is
years.
no easier to sell something on eBay than it was in 2004, which is probably the last time I used it.
But through muscle memory, you know exactly where to click. You've memorized it. It's burned into your little brain. You know exactly what things to click and where to go and everything. It's perfect. It's a perfect system. Don't change anything from 1999. Keep it the same.
They-
Just don't
Instagram
change
keeps
anything.
changing stuff. It looks ugly. Twitter keeps going, oh, do you want this? Here, this is a custom feed. Shut up. Go to hell. Give me eBay or give me death. I want everything to look like, Amazon, I want you only to sell books again. Let's get back.
I'm little.
Let's get back
I'm
to the good
too
old days.
Small for this.
I'm so small and I only
small.
sell books.
I
I
only
only sell books and I'm so little.
I bet
What
if
if
you still
I
had
think-
Internet Explorer on your computer, eBay would work on it.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like, what would happen if Amazon were just like, oh, we're just going to sell books this year, and that's it? Like, what?
They would still make
They're
the
still making a lot
most
of
money, so it doesn't matter. Or
Is the demand for books that high?
their stock would go way down, and then I'll jump in and scoop it up, and then I'll be rich, baby. And then here's my other plan: I'll become the president of Warner Brothers because I have a
Whoa.
plan for that.
Your
Yep,
last
guys.
name's not Warner.
It doesn't
Yeah, you're not
matter.
one of the brothers.
Bedore brothers.
Maybe
So
then-
here's what we.
You'd be able to ask Nolan straight, was that CG or not?
Was everyone throwing the top and having fun on set, Christopher?
Was
I
that
call him
what you were
Christopher.
gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say that my plan for when I take over Warner Brothers, when I'm the president of Warner Brothers, which is you have to manifest what you want, right?
Sure.
Like you're supposed to like put it out there. So this is me manifesting. I'm going to become the president of Warner Brothers, and then CW's gone, guys. No more. CW's out.
Wow, there's gonna be a lot
WB
of
is
really
back.
sad 12-year-old girls.
The WB is back, baby. Michigan J Frog singing and dancing with his hat doing a dance. Dawson's Creek gets one more season. Buffy's back, and it's not a reboot.
The idea of you just greenlighting all these old shows that no one has any interest making. You're like, green light.
Yeah!
Like, get the team back together. What team? Half of them are dead.
You really
What?
are the new Bernie.
Yeah, this is a great idea. I'm smart as shit, guys.
WB stands for welcome back, bro. WB.
Whoa, Barbara. All right, Barbara's hired as my ideas man. Barbara, you're in. Welcome to Warner Brothers.
All right.
All right, I'm changing my tune.
No, welcome to Warner Brothers.
Welcome
it's
back.
It's gonna be great. The Frog is back, and also, what was the show that was like Married with Children but wasn't?
What?
It had the
Everyone Loves
talking.
Raymond?
No, it was
It
like
had the
had like the talking.
Mo-
It had the talking puppet like a stuffed animal,
The
and it was
Muppets.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Alf?
Yeah, Gus, it was Alf. Grow up. Wow, what does Barbara say? Go to
Unhappy-
Barbara's full screen. Come on, go to Barbara's full screen. Yeah, we did it,
Yeah.
everyone.
He's my bro
did
now. We're the only two non-imposters now.
Congratulations, everyone, but only just us, really.
Unhappily Ever After.
There you go. We're bringing that back. Remember that show that you don't remember?
I didn't remember that at all.
Gavin, what show do you want me to reboot? I'll reboot anything. Gavin, I'll reboot anything you want.
Are
I'm
you
the
talking
president
about
of Warner
like
Brothers.
a new cast, or that just getting the? Here's what I want, Eric. I want whenever in the last 20, 30 years, there's a scene where everyone is aged up. I want you to get those people back together now and reshoot shot for shot those scenes so they're actually old. Replace the original shots. Like
That's
Oh, like
He
in,
could do that.
like in Back to
Like,
the Future?
yeah, or like I just watched Hocus Pocus last night. They're all like old, you know, but meant to be old hags at the beginning. I was like, you know, wait 10 years, shoot that again when they're actually ancient, and that'll be just great looking content. Same with
that's
Harry Potter.
That's
Did they do
good.
that at the end of Harry Potter?
No, I think that was CG. That was CG. I think, right? With them
Yeah, it
looking
was
all
like
old.
Christopher Nolan stuff.
Who wants to spin Daniel Radcliffe now?
How
That's
I
what
Met Your
as the
Mother?
president of Warner Brothers, we can all spin Daniel Radcliffe. This is a great idea. We're gonna be millionaires.
It's a great podcast.
I
We're
love
coming
this.
up with great ideas.
Only thousandaires.
Yeah.
At
Did you
least.
hear about, speaking of millionaires, did you hear about that millionaire in Austin who got in trouble?
No.
The millionaire in Austin?
The guy who stole $1.3 million worth of printer toner from the public library.
What?
So how did he get caught?
And then I guess over the course of 12 years, he stole and resold $1.3 million in printer toner.
Is
My
that
God.
stealing though? If it's for public use?
Well, yeah,
Yes,
he's
'cause
reselling it.
Yeah,
was
that would
What
be
kind of
like
question is that?
I don't
that'd be
know.
like
Kind
me
of-
stealing
what?
like printer toner from like Rooster Teeth and reselling it. Like it's company property, I think, technically, that I'm taking.
Hang on. Just give him a second. His brain was starting to
Oh,
kind
I
of
was-
like put the pieces together. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get it. I get where you're coming from, but it's like, is it if something's available for free, are you stealing it?
But he was the
Yes,
guy who was
yeah.
ordering it.
It's-
Like it wasn't he.
Oh,
He was the person who was supposed to be ordering it for the library. He was
I
ordering
thought
extra.
I thought you just walked in
No.
and started robbing the printers.
No.
He would just take like one every now and then. I thought so too. I thought he was just taking it physically from
No.
the
Did
location.
Did you say that part of the story and I didn't hear it?
I
Or-
figured it was understood. I mean, how do you walk into a library and
thought-
steal a thing of
You
printer?
thought he just walked in?
Well, it's like if
Over
it's those
12
printer.
years, he just kept walking in and going, "Don't mind if I do." And just grabbing
that
it.
stuff's expensive. I don't know. I thought you could stroll in a couple of times a week.
Yeah, maybe they had like stock in one of the areas that he would just like take a few from every now and then, and nobody would notice. That's what I thought too. That's what my brain went to. But I don't know. To sell $100,000 a year,
It's
of
a
that
it's a pricey
obviously
liquid,
takes
man.
more.
So, like,
Yeah.
the guy,
Why?
the guy wasn't even very like secretive about it. And, like, I was reading the article. I'm going to read you a little snippet here. So it says a spreadsheet found on his work computer showed that over the course of 4 days in October 2017, he sent 60 packages to an online toner reseller. So He's keeping the evidence on his work computer, and he's keeping a fucking spreadsheet of it. Like,
So wait, he's not
Why-
just taking it from the cupboard that when it gets delivered.
No.
He's just having it. He's not even
ordering
doing it.
right? He's
He's-
ordering it and having it delivered to the reseller, and the reseller's selling it.
Wow.
Wow.
What?
Why would you keep a spreadsheet?
Wow.
On your work computer.
Why
The
would
place
you
you're
do
stealing
that?
it from. Wow.
The guy's a millionaire.
I mean,
You think he
that's
could hire
nuts.
someone to take care of that for him?
To be fair, he got away with it for 12 years. So whatever he was doing,
Yep.
he was doing it in a somewhat smart way, at least enough to be smart enough to get $1 million out of it. It's pretty impressive.
I wonder, like, how do you get caught if you do that for like 12 years? Like this, like they hire somebody new and they go, "Hey, what's with this $1.3 million discrepancy in like our printer toner? Like, why do we keep ordering this stuff, but it's just like it's nowhere to be found?"
Yeah, it's like we're
Or
using
if
a-
it's just like
Yeah.
like did he like stumble and be like tell someone at work he was just like, "Hey, I've stolen $1.3 million worth of printer toner," and they went, and that's raising a couple of red flags.
Or someone went to go get something from his computer and saw a file open at the top that's just like my criminal plans to steal money from the company.
The title
Oh,
of the
what's
document was
this?
just the amount of money he'd made.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have no idea how much toner goes through a library. I wouldn't know at what point
So,
to be suspicious of that.
The auditor, I'm reading the rest of the article here. The auditor determined the library at most during those 12 years would have needed $150,000 worth of printer toner.
Which is like
Wow.
7 cartridges. Man. So he was like going in over 10 times what they needed? Or was he
Right.
just having killer markup?
Over 10 times. You think someone would have noticed it. I guess someone eventually noticed it, but it took 12 years. This episode of the Receipt Podcast is brought to you by Stamps.com. If you're looking to start your own business or online store, packaging and shipping can be a big hassle for one person to do. There's tons of boxes, packing tape everywhere, and being a small business owner can be tough. That's why thousands have discovered the benefits of Stamps.com in recent months. They've been able to keep their businesses running and avoid the crowds at the post office, all from their computers. With Stamps.com, you can print postage on demand and avoid going to the post office. You'll save money with discounted rates you can't even get at the post office. Stamps.com also offers UPS services with discounts up to 62% and no residential surcharges. Stamps.com brings all the mailing and shipping services you need right to your computer in the comfort of your home or office. Whether you're a small business sending invoices, an online seller shipping out products, or just from working from home and need to mail stuff, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. Simply use your computer to print official US postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. And once your mail is ready, just leave it for your mail carrier, schedule a pickup, or drop it in the mailbox. It's that simple. And like I say, with Stamps.com, you get great discounts too. 5 cents off every stamp and up to 62% off the USPS and UPS shipping rates. Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving you time and money. Right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Rooster. That's Stamps.com, enter code Rooster.
Damn.
I wish that I was smart enough to figure out how to embezzle. I'm just too dumb. I've come to a conclusion that I'm just too dumb to know how to like embezzle money. Like, I don't know how to make it work. I don't know how to make my money work for me. I can't like, it's like a foreign lanlanguage, man. I'm
can't-
just not bright enough to be like, I'm going to take this from you.
Here, I'm going to Google
Uh,
search
you just
how
can't
to
do it.
embezzle money.
Oh, that's good. That's a good
You
one on your
can't-
work computer.
This is my
Can't keep
personal
talking
computer.
like this if you're gonna be Mr. Warner someday, Eric. All right, you're gonna
I
have
know.
to
I told you
learn.
that I'm not smart enough to embezzle, so they can trust me, Barbara.
True.
Because
okay.
now they go, someone's embezzling. Can't be Eric.
Can't
We
be
know
Mr.
he's
Warner.
Too fucking dumb. Big brains.
You're setting yourself up. That's why you're sus. That's why you're the imposter. I knew it.
Damn it.
I feel like if I
Damn
was
it.
him and I'd done it for 10 years without anyone noticing, I'd have a nice round 10. I'd be like, I did it for 10 years, I'm done.
Well,
I
he
can leave
quit.
now.
Well, the article said that he had resigned from that job in August of 2019. So maybe that's why they found out. Like maybe there was a new person who was ordering toner, and they were like, "Well, we're ending up with a lot extra money around the library. What's going on?"
Maybe he just
Yeah.
wanted it set up for the next guy so he could carry on.
I think I read.
Ooh.
I think like last year or 2 years ago, I read a similar story down in the valley in Texas, where like someone who was in charge of ordering food for a prison had been ordering like too much beef and like keeping it for himself and barbecuing it. Let's see, stolen meat prison Texas. That's a great one.
I saw a comment in the chat that said Eric so small can only emb.
I can't embezzle. I can only
emb
because I'm so
because
small.
you're so small.
Yeah.
So this guy,
the guy
this guy
stole
was stealing
$1.2 million worth of fajita meat.
of prison beef.
Yeah, fajita meat that was intended for prisons.
Prison beef.
Yes, he got sentenced to 50 years in
Beef
prison.
for a prison.
I mean, you do.
So then he had to eat prison beef for 50 years? That's ironic, isn't it?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, you're always having to buy weird stuff for face, like judges and stuff. You could just say, hey, instead of, I paid for 5 judges, and then you pocket 2 judges worth of money and only play 3 judges.
But that was the thing. I couldn't, they gave me 3 judges. I only wanted 1 judges. And so I did they actually gave me too many judges. But they all said Andrew has to eat the pencil.
It's true.
Yeah, so. So that was, thank you to Gus for helping me find that website, which for some reason turned out to be 100% legit.
I didn't want to jump in and take any credit, but Eric and I, we had an unrelated meeting. We were meeting about something else, and at the end, you were like,
yep,
where can I find a judge? So we just spent 15 minutes looking for judges online.
Found an insane website that's like, hey, you need to hire a judge, and I emailed them, and I'm like, hey, please don't say no to this. Hear me out. There's a podcast called Fuckface, and I need you to settle a judgment about a guy eating a pencil. I will pay you, please do this for me. And they emailed back, and the guy who runs the website was like, yeah, I think this is great. We just listened to an episode and this is funny. Yeah, we'll do it. And it's like, why did you do that? Why did you listen to an episode of Fuckface?
Can you say the name of the podcast one more time?
Yeah, it is called Fuckface.
Oh, it doesn't.
I still heard. Yeah.
Sorry.
Close enough.
Bummer. Yep.
That was good timing, though.
Fuckface has been on a tear. Fuckface has been very good. What a great, insane podcast. If you guys haven't heard it yet.
It's amazing what has happened in a mere 16 or so episodes. Because every episode is episode 16. Apparently.
Don't say 6. That is Jeff. Jeff keeps calling every episode 16, and I don't know why, but now it's starting to bleed into Gavin's brain. So
yeah, I was going to say,
we have more than that.
Sound right. It's only 7 or 8, isn't it?
It's 20.
Is it?
Do you want me to tell you?
Fuck, y'all have been going that long?
What, have you not been listening to every single episode, Gus?
Yeah, how dare you, Gus? They listen to every episode of Black Box Down.
I doubt that.
Yeah, come on, Gus.
Did I ever tell you guys my first interaction with Andrew Panton?
I don't think so.
Were you in Canada?
No, it was... So as long as Andrew has been kind of doing stuff with Rooster Teeth, my first interaction with him was August 26th, 2020, a few months ago.
What?
Wait, what?
Where he DM'd me on Twitter to say, hey, I am doing this bit for Fuckface where I make a fake bootleg store of the RT store called Not the Rooster Teeth Store. I was wondering if you would mind if I took a photo of you from the store, but photoshopped one of my dumb designs over it and drew in MS Paint a very fake-looking eye patch. The joke being, I clearly just took this photo from the store, but I am denying it's you because of the very obvious, poorly done MS Paint eye patch. And I was like, hey, dude, nice to meet you.
How have you never... The guy's been around for
ever
14 years.
I think it's I don't do stuff with Achievement Hunter typically, and I don't think he does stuff outside of Achievement Hunter usually. So I don't know that we've ever had
RTX or anything. You behind the scenes with us.
I don't think I know what he looks like.
Yeah, I guess all my interactions with him ever were just playing video games. It was playing Halo or playing whatever online. I was like, that's all. I've probably only met him in person 3 times. I don't know. It's only been a couple of times.
I feel bad because I might have met him in the past and I just didn't know who he was at the time.
I bet he's going to be really upset.
Andrew,
this is for some reason going to be an affront. Yeah, that's him. There you go. Yeah, this is going to be an affront to him.
What do you mean that's not real?
What do you mean?
That's not a real mustache, is it?
That's not real.
No, but the rest of him's real.
But it's the disguise. Hold it up again. Let me put my finger over the mustache so I could actually see what he looks like.
Wait, you think that the mustache is there so you wouldn't be able to pick him out of a lineup?
No, I mean, I have face blindness.
You have flaith?
Flav Blafler.
How could you tell that was a
Flav
big
Blafler.
mustache?
Because the only part of Fuckface I've ever listened to was when he was talking about gluing his mustache onto his face
With, like,
and not
gorilla
being able
glue?
to take it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because she's only seen this real mustache, baby.
Right, I'm
Number one,
comparing
Tom
everything-
Selleck style.
With
Boom.
Eric's mustache. It's perfect.
Look at that. Gorgeous.
I
Oh,
tried.
God.
I tried doing that
So
once.
cool.
It did not look as good as I hoped it would.
A stash?
A mustache?
It
I
looked.
remember
Do you have a
bad.
picture?
I'll
It
see
was
if I can pull
real.
it up here.
Can you put it into your obs and then show us?
I'm gonna
I want to
see
see it.
if it'll let me. Like, I don't know. My camera might go black while I'm adding it. We'll see.
Okay. What does that mean?
Because like when I add it, for some reason it like rescans all the images because it's a stupid pain in the ass. Hold on, I'm working on it.
I started typing Gustache. Gus mustache. Here we go.
Oh, we should call it that.
Man loses. Nope, that's not right. Oh wow, I do remember this picture of you with the mustache. It was very good. It was a
it's not
big
very
bushy
good.
one.
You might see my
What do you
haircut here
mean?
for a second. Hold on. Nope, didn't
Okay.
work.
Okay, hang on. Here it comes. And here's a picture of Gus with a mustache. And Gustache. And here it goes. And
It
3,
must be
2,
a really
1,
big close up.
Gustache.
Adding it. Hold on,
3,
give me a fucking
2,
second.
1.
I wasn't expecting to
Gustache.
do this. Desktop.
Gavin,
Yeah.
Gavin, count it down.
3.
Gavin, count them down.
Where is it? It's not even
Two.
showing
Yep.
up.
1.
Uh-huh.
Gus.
Yep.
Jesus,
Yep.
give me a fucking
Barbara,
second.
now it's your turn. Go ahead and count them down.
All
Barbara,
right.
start from 7.
Minus
Just give me more
1.
time. Start from 7.
-2.
7.
Not showing up.
Yep.
6.
Yeah, keep going. Yep, almost there.
5.
Keep going.
It's not
Almost
there.
there. Gus, you got
4.
5.
I don't know what's
Gus,
going
you
on.
got
The
4.
file won't open.
3.
Here it comes. There's 3. Gus, you're almost there. 2. Here comes 1.
No, I don't have it.
Gus, and...
0.9.
Ugh, boo. Gus, what are you doing?
Okay, hold on.
You're falling
There,
apart.
I think I finally got it.
Okay.
There it is.
There you
Look
go.
at that. That was, guys, that was worth the wait.
It's
That's
terrible.
pretty,
Look at how
it's
big
pretty
it
good.
is.
It's pretty good.
It's awful.
See, you should do that now with the missing hair in the back. Look how fast Barbara did it. Did you notice that? Did you notice how fast Barbara did it?
Barbara's just
Do you
better
think
at,
that's cool?
at it than
I
am.
literally, as I started counting down from 7 is when I started Google image searching
Oh, is that
Gus
what it
Cirola
is?
mustache.
The
You're
image I
counting so
downloaded
slow.
was a WebP file, and I can't import a WebP into fucking OBS.
What's a WebP?
About 450.
What? This is awful. I think we should have everybody do OBS from now on and be able to fire their own stuff. I think that's great. That's
This
cool.
is-
I
It's
can
fun.
do this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we know. You did it.
Oh no!
Oh, look at
that!
Whoa, wow. Wait, you have to do a thumbs up. Put your thumb there too. No, the other way. No, out and then back toward thumb toward thumb toward you. There you go. There you almost. There no,
You
thumb
got-
kind of.
you got to
yeah,
be further
there.
back.
Wow.
Your wrist is broken.
That
Line it
looks
up
great.
right.
My wrist is pretty broken.
What about this?
God, the internet's so stupid.
OBS rules. Wow.
Barbara's really good at this. Look how well
Barbara's
lined
really
up that
Barbara's
is.
Barbara rules.
This is hard.
You did a great job, Barbara.
The mirrorness of it.
Barbara, you look
makes it-
great with a mustache.
Have you ever thought about growing a mustache out like that? It would look really good.
It's funny
Give
because my OBS still has all the scenes we set up for like the different RTX panels and stuff. So I still have Gambo
Are you-
set up here. I should just do the whole podcast. Hey guys, it's
Why
me,
did we
Gambo.
do it
Sorry,
like this?
I didn't mean to get on the podcast this way. I stumbled into the wrong room. Gambo, get out of here. Yeah, he's gone. Never to be seen again.
In chat, Gaspolina says, I went to get alcohol. What the hell is happening?
Oh,
Man, I couldn't find any alcohol. I'm out. I've rummaged. I don't have anything.
What?
I thought you ordered another case of White Claw.
No, I was going to. Didn't do it because you have to like see a person.
They can't just leave it?
Oh no, because you
Oh,
have
they
to
have to
show your
card
ID
you.
and stuff like that.
No,
Yeah.
I've
No.
ordered from services like that before, and they've just left it at my... Well, maybe
It's probably
because
because I saw your picture and knew
They're like, yeah, that's...
This guy's not 19.
this guy's not. He's of age.
I,
Just,
Gavin
like,
still has
peek
that
through
like.
the, peek through the window, and be like,
yeah, look, I got
Yeah.
this.
mold.
Has that Has that happened to you? Like, I don't know who's going to like the liquor store or whatever in these trying times.
Probably
I am,
a lot of people.
but have they carded you at the liquor store? I've gotten through without being carded at the liquor store with my mask on. Does that mean like
The world's ending,
like
dude.
this?
They don't care anymore. If you want to buy something,
like this
buy
up
it.
here?
It looks
This
pretty
is
young.
looking over 21 then?
You could
No,
be a
you-
Is that what's
teenager.
happening? That's what I thought.
You don't look so
Yeah.
little.
Here's the thing.
Although the gray's
Yeah, but
coming out.
It's all the
You got
gray.
a little bit of
Yeah.
They're
silver,
like, this guy's not.
and you got a little bit of the old forehead crease happening. And as we learned on
it's because I'm doing this all the time.
as we learned on this week, I've got my frontal eminence. I don't think that's come out yet. That one.
Yeah,
but
what?
That was a weird
What's
one.
up? with
Frontal
that?
eminence.
Yeah. Listen to this week's
Okay.
face.
Oh man.
Man, I woke up
That show's only getting weirder.
I woke up yesterday with the oddest relief because I realized that there's like an abundance of nurses, and like no one needs me to be a nurse. And I guess I hadn't thought about it recently, but I was just so thankful that there are doctors and nurses currently working, and I'm not needed because I could never do it in a million years. And I guess I've just been like subconsciously comforted by that my entire life. But like the other day, I was just like, man, we're so lucky that we've got like healthcare workers and that I don't have to be one. Have you ever thought
And that people are willing
yeah.
to still do it even during this time.
I've
Yeah,
also thought-
exactly. Especially now. I think maybe that's why I thought it. But it's like, in a million years, I don't think I could do that job. I just don't think
Nope.
I have it in me to do it.
Gavin, I want to tell you something. Every
Okay.
day, I'm also grateful that you don't have to be a healthcare worker.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with
I
Gus.
would not want you working on me
Yeah.
in any stretch of the in any possible scenario.
If you had
Oh,
to
we're gonna have to lobe this off, ain't we? And then it's like, my hand's gone.
Wrong
he
hand.
goes,
What are you doing?
I can't be bothered.
My other hand's in the blender, you idiot.
Oh man. Bit chuffed about which hand I cut off. Chuffed means happy. Hang on. I thought chuffed meant. I keep thinking chuffed means sad or like upset.
No,
No,
he's
chuffed
right,
is great.
fuming. I'm
Fuming,
fucking
yeah.
fuming.
You're pissed off.
What?
All right.
I only
well,
know
let's,
that from watching Love Island.
and before we go down the path of our shitty British accents, let's go ahead and cut this off. All right. I want to thank everyone for watching. We'll see you guys again next week. Get out of here, Eric. Go back to
Be
California.
safe, wear a mask. Don't forget to
All right,
register
thanks
to
for watching,
vote and
everybody.
vote early.
Yes. Vote. Bye.